Hey guys, it's Mike, and we're kind of doing a practice theme this week, and so I thought I'd show you how I start working on a riff that I'm learning, okay? So this is really the process I'm using to learn a riff. I've used this process in the past, kind of worked on it through the years, and I think this is really, it's a pretty simple process, but let me just show you, okay? So the lick, and I haven't learned this yet, so you're going to watch me learn this. The song is called Havona. It's by a band called Weather Report, but the most important thing, it's Jaco Pastorius, famous bassist. And this is probably from, gee whiz, 1970s, I guess. So there's one lick that I'm learning today on this, and I downloaded the music, the PDF for it. The lick I'm doing is, I'll show you. For those of you who read music, and you could probably find the tabs for this, I'm sure. So it's that lick right there, okay? It's kind of crazy, but I wanted to learn it. I'm working on this with another student, and so I wanted to kind of challenge myself with it as well. And so this is the lick. The notes are B, and then E, F sharp, B, C, it's kind of odd, right? E, F sharp, A, D, and then back down. A, F sharp, E, C, B, F sharp, E, then E, okay? So kind of crazy. So what I'm doing here, now it's a very fast, you can see those are 16th notes. It's a very quick lick, and it's probably, so it's, if our quarter notes are 2, 3, 4. It's probably the 16th will sound like this. All right, it's pretty fast. Can't do it at that speed right now. Not to mention the fingering is really you're covering a lot of ground here. You're going from the 7th fret up to the 20th fret, and so you're covering a lot in a short time. The way I'm doing this is I first of all want to get my fingering down. How am I going to finger this? And I watched a few videos, quite frankly, because there are guys who teach us. I wanted to see how Jaco Pastorius played it. I don't believe there's any good videos of him doing it, so I wanted to see how some others fingered it. All right? If I don't have a video, I'll figure the fingering out myself. I've had to do that before, and that's all if that's all you have, then that's all you can do. But if you have some videos that show fingerings, then try those fingerings, because sometimes they may work. Now, just for the record, I'm not doing the exact fingering, at least that I could tell from the videos I've seen. I got an idea as to where they were starting and where they were ending, and I'm just kind of doing the fingering. I'm just kind of bridging the gaps in between with my own fingering. So here's what I'm doing. I'm sliding up from the B to the E, and then I'm fingering my ring finger with my F sharp, and then I'm jumping down to the B with my index finger, because I want to be ready for this big stretch, okay, or another big jump. So I'll go B, C, so index middle, and then index, slide up the index on the F sharp, and then A with my pinky, D pinky, and then come back down. And then I'll do it like that. So the way I'm doing the fingering on this is going to be the way I want to do it every time. That's the whole key to learning any lick. Whether you're learning this complicated lick, the process I have here is going to apply to whatever lick you're learning, whatever level of bass playing you're at. If you're at the beginner level, you may have to learn something like this. Okay, and that may be a challenge for you. Well, take this process and apply it to the lick that you're going to learn, okay? Because what you want to do is find the fingering. It's like teaching your fingers to dance. And you want to do everything the same each time. The more consistent you could keep your, let me rephrase that. The more consistently you can play this with the same fingering each time, the more it will get into your brain and into your memory, into that muscle memory that you hear so much about. Okay, so what you're doing here, what I'm doing with this is I'm going to start now that I have my fingering. All right. so that's it. Now, the other thing I got to do is look at my right fingers. Which one am I leading off with? I'm going to lead off with my index. Okay, so I'm... Whoops. All right, try it again. Okay, now, when I hit the D with my index finger here, there it is, I'm going to rake down. All right, and then I'm going to come down with my middle. Okay, and then just alternate. That's how I'm going to do that. I'm going to alternate both of them, so... Try that again. 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, now as I'm learning this lick, you'll notice I don't have a metronome. And I worked on this a little bit earlier today, and what I do is I'll start it very slowly. Okay? And I'm going to keep doing that consistently and that slowly. It is painfully slow. To start it at the very beginning, I may be doing it this slow. Okay, so where I'm going to rake, I'm going to try to remember that. As you do this, it'll start to become a natural, your fingers will just start to move naturally in that way. So you pay attention to your fingering now, and then as you do it later, you don't have to worry about it. Just like walking, once again, you start walking or you start dancing, whatever it is, your feet have to go in a certain order. And once you get that down, once you have that in your muscle memory, then you don't have to think about it anymore. That's the same thing with learning a lick like this or learning any kind of song. If you're struggling with your fingering all the time, then you haven't really nailed down your fingering pattern. So nail down your fingering pattern first. That's the very first thing you do. Well, first of all, figure out the notes. Once you get the notes, then get your fingering pattern, okay? Get how you're going to finger it on the fingerboard. And then, work on both hands on the fingering and know exactly how you're going to do it. Then work at a speed where you can do this perfectly. Once you do this, once you get a speed you could do this perfectly, then do it repeatedly and then start increasing your speed. So now that I got this at this pace, that's feeling pretty good. So what if I sped it up a little bit here, okay? What if I increase the tempo? How's that? Okay, so let's go. All right, that's better, okay. All right, so I'll keep working on that. Now, I'll come back later and let you see how my progress has been. Now, whatever lick you're working on, apply this process, okay? This, no matter what difficulty, remember, no matter what level of difficulty you're at, this process will apply to whatever you're doing, okay? So work at this and let me know how it goes. Leave me a comment, shoot me an email. And guys, by the way, I appreciate your subscription, so please subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, and by all means, share it with your friends. All right? Guys, this is Mike with the Worship Bass Workshop. Thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you next time.